If your scalp feels dry, itchy, you're losing hair, and your roots get super greasy very often, you're not crazy. That's exactly what was happening to me. And today I want to share with you all the things that helped me get to the other side and really nail what was the problem and how to fix it. This happens most likely because the type of shampoo that you're using is very harsh on your scalp. It can be very cleansing, but it can be very harsh. What do I mean by that? So, your scalp is supposed to produce oil, okay? We naturally produce oil. But what happens when your scalp is overproducing oil? You get frustrated and you're like, oh, like my hair gets all, it feels dirty. It's not dirty, but it feels dirty because it's all greasy. And so you start washing more and more and more. Eventually, you start getting all these flakes, and you get frustrated about that. So you think, okay, well, that means that I have dandruff, so I'm gonna get an anti-dandruff shampoo. And then you start using the anti-dandruff shampoo, which happens to work for like the first week, and then it doesn't work anymore. And then you switch to another shampoo and it works the first week, and then it doesn't work anymore, and then you go back to the original shampoo. Am I describing you? Yes. Okay, so that's exactly what happened to me. I thought that I had dandruff because my scalp started creating all these flakes. And as soon as I saw flakes, I assumed this was dandruff. Now I know that not every flake means that I have dandruff. Usually, dandruff looks yellow, and when you see white flakes, that's most likely dry scalp, which was the problem I had. And if you think that you're going crazy, or maybe even your trichologist or dermatologist told you that can't be, you can't have dry scalp and oily roots, that makes no sense. That's what somebody said to me, and I'm like, I'm telling you, this is what's happening. I understand what you're saying. So if you've been doing the same mistake of using an anti-dandruff shampoo when it's actually not dandruff, you're gonna dry up your scalp even more. And you get into a cycle because what happens is the anti-dandruff shampoo is very harsh, and it's trying to target the fungus of dandruff, which is not what you have. If your flakes are white, that's not dandruff, okay? So you get into this cycle of drying up your scalp so much that at some point the skin barrier opens. And when that happens, your scalp starts freaking out, and it gets inflamed, and that's when it starts hurting, and that's when you start seeing even red spots, and you start creating even more flakes and all these symptoms at once. And then you keep doing the same thing, which is using the same harsh shampoo that gave you the dry scalp to begin with, and you start washing more often. As if that wasn't bad enough. And there's an accumulation of dead skin, dryness, and buildup that starts compacting on your scalp, and it becomes worse and worse. And all of a sudden, now you have dry scalp, itchy scalp, buildup, and well, it goes on, and you don't know what to do because the only one thing that you have been doing is buying more anti-dandruff shampoo, which is not helping you. Another common mistake, other than getting the anti-dandruff shampoo, is starting to use oils. Now, there's all kinds of oils. There's good oils, bad oils, and even worse and amazing oils. But when your scalp is inflamed, it doesn't matter what kind of oil you use. You should not be using any oil. You should be addressing the inflammation first. And why do I say that? Because you can't balance oil on top of inflammation. You have to heal the inflammation first. Okay, so now we get to the part of the specific framework or system that allow me to heal my scalp and has worked wonderful for me. Okay, so the very first step that I always say that you have to do is calm the scalp. If you do not calm the scalp, your scalp will continue overproducing oil. It will continue giving you all the flakes. So you need to stop hurting it by using the products that you currently use, number one. And number two, you need to start restoring that barrier that has been broken. So what does that look like exactly? I personally use a shampoo called Scalp Comfort Shampoo from Monet. After being so frustrated for so many years, I realized that there's an actual step-by-step way. I mean, seriously, this has been taking so much trial and error because at the very beginning, even though I was using the right kind of products, it's not just about using the right products, but using them in the right order. So now that I have this three-step approach, I know what products to use and in what order. In this specific video, I want to give you the number one step, and this step will last as long as you need, like to use the whole bottle if you want, which will be the best case, the best scenario. And some people might not need to do the whole bottle. Maybe you need to be like halfway or on the second week, and then you start switching it with another shampoo. But I don't want to confuse you right now with that. I just want to talk to you about the first step, which is calming the scalp. And for that specific step, these are the two products that I have been using that have worked wonderful. And it is called the Scalp Comfort Shampoo from Monet. And the serum is actually called the same, Scalp Comfort, but it's a serum. And the serum is specifically for itchiness. And the itchiness that I had was so terrible that it would wake me up. It was that bad. And this is another way to hydrate your scalp. So it's like a double thing. But let me talk to you about this specific. So I guess the question, how do you use it? Well, you use it just like any shampoo. It has a really awesome nozzle there that you just like, it helps you apply it directly into your scalp, and then you just massage your scalp and then you rinse it. And then after you have done that, then you apply the conditioner from the ears down. You come out of the shower and then you use the serum on your scalp and you leave it there. It's actually water based, so it's not gonna make your hair oily or anything, and that's it. You know, this is a process that it will take 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It depends on the person. And then on step number 2, that will be the part where I start increasing hydration on the scalp. But we're gonna leave that for a second video. And if you have any questions, let me know below. This is the specific routine that helped me fix my itchy, dry, and greasy scalp. So stay tuned for video number 2.